Hello, my beautiful souls. Welcome into your daily read for Saturday, January 28th, 2023. I do want to thank you so much for joining me for this reading. And as always, keep in mind, this is general for the day for all 12 signs. So just take what resonates and leave the rest behind. As you can see, I pre-pulled an overall oracle and several different tarot cards. And I also have three others that I've pre-pulled. Well, I did the reading in full this morning, but for more than one reason, I have decided to take another go at it. But as you can see, the main energy to speak upon this Saturday, we got power. Now, right before pressing record, I did hear willpower, so that could come into play or be needed throughout the Saturday. But your individual power is being highlighted and they're saying transforming throughout this day. I feel like in more than one way, on more than one level, right? A reminder that your individual power lies within your knowledge, okay? I feel like your instincts, your intuition coming into play. Definitely feeling like this King of Swords is speaking upon your individual energy, male or female, being very knowledgeable through your third eye opening. We also do have the Ace of Cups, and you can see that eye up there. But I do feel like it's a day where there's a reminder that knowledge is power. Okay, your foresight, foreseeing what's coming up next through your own intuition, your spiritual guidance. It could be being psychic in nature. It could be more so through someone else's predictive nature. Does that make sense? Like a tarot reading or something of the sort. But it does feel like you need to catch your breath at certain points throughout the day and recognize there are certain factors outside of you that aren't within your control, potentially making you a little bit nervous or just adjusting when it's possible to do something, right? Kind of like I had to redo the reading now instead of going with that version earlier on. But either way, it feels like your cup is overflowing with knowledge, wisdom, with different levels of abundance. But it also just feels like your cup is overflowing with a sense of different levels of power once again. But I also just feel like it's a day where, with the Two of Swords in reverse, you're being pushed to recognize that you see things more clearly than you once did. It's a day where there isn't that sense of confusion, or at least not fully in regards to what you desire. And some of which drawn to this reading might finish up this day realizing or gaining certain levels of clarity in regards to the past, what you even desire for some. Could be more in regards to what's at hand currently, and it could be more than one thing for you. But I also feel like there's a level of clarity or different levels of clarity for each individually drawn to this reading throughout this day coming to be potentially in regards to what makes you individually powerful, right? I feel like there's a sense of focus throughout this day, a sense of focus. There's a focus on, for a lot drawn to the reading, how your skill sets, your talents, your work, right? Your life purpose, even for some, is tying into how powerful you truly are. And if you look here, there's this a feeling of magic with what you produce, develop, embodying this emperor energy as well at certain points throughout the day, where you're a bit overly serious, focused for the most part. They're saying when you're meant to, but it just feels like you are flowing through the day in a very sort of effortless but hardworking, powerful manner. Does that make sense? And I feel like there is a reminder to an extent for some that power doesn't have to come off or feel overly energetic, right? Or just even outspoken for some, right? There's even a power in holding back, a power in moments of silence, in being selective all the meanwhile. They're saying what's worth your energy, right? And so it's this specific Saturday where, regardless of what you're wrapped up with, who you're associating oneself with, or what you're planning to move towards or make the best out of, you are finding oneself again feeling such a powerful presence for the majority of the day. And I feel like other people, whether they're just observing you, crossing paths with you, wrapped up with benefiting from your work potentially, people are sensing and picking up on the fact that you're feeling powerful. Now, if there are certain points throughout the day where you find your energy dipping, right, your vibration even dipping for some, being affected by outside factors, they're saying sources, or even you feel like your power kind of takes a dip, you feel less powerful, less strong. Spirit's saying there's certain strategies or one in particular you can tap into that will help you raise that vibration, your energy levels, or just feel more powerful in control once again. Or for some, it may be a moment or two throughout the day where you don't even need to put effort towards feeling more powerful once again. It's just taking a dip for a period of time or just a hot second. But it's this feeling that you're gaining levels of abundance that leaves you feeling powerful and just more in control, just very gratified, um, because of the work you've been putting in, because of the work you produce and develop for some throughout this day. But I also just feel it as if it's just this feeling that Spirit's saying at this point along your path, your third eye is still opening up more to your individual truth, to what you desire, what you're meant to achieve in this lifetime. But it's more open than it ever has been up at this point. Does that make sense? And so, what you see, what you know, make sure you're trusting in that. There are going to be certain intuitive hits, I want to say, throughout this day that just come to be when you just feel something so powerfully. And even simply, a simple kind of, I just get this, I just know this. The Spirit saying you must trust that, okay? But it's a day where you're feeling quite passionate in certain ways. What you feel passionate about, don't you feel more powerful when you wrap oneself up with that situation, whether that's a connection, right? It could be more than one thing for you, of course. Your life purpose for some, a business, a project, a job. It just feels like this is a large and in charge kind of day, but at times it may not fully feel like it. But I do feel like people are noticing you for being more powerful and more on point at this point along your path due to certain changes, due to the strengthening of your intuition, certain skill sets, right? Knowing your true power and how to enhance that at times, or how to maintain it, right? Or bring it on back. And so therefore you can just feel more in control, feel better about your situation. And Spirit's saying certain habits may need to be rethought, right? Or just evaluated and assessed into the point of tweaking things for oneself to live a healthier lifestyle, to make sure that you're feeling as powerful as possible moving forward. But I do feel as if this is a day where, through all these reminders that you're so powerful, there's a true focus in one's mind in regards to your money. You're not gonna, it's gonna feel almost impossible to stop thinking about money at a certain point, whether it's you just want to make more, whether it's in regards to cleaning things up for you financially, wanting more in your savings, thinking about where your money is actually physically, right? Different accounts or just cash, stuff of that nature. Am I overspending? Am I, do I need to purchase this moving forward? Stuff like that will come to mind, but Spirit's saying, being drawn to the specific reading, finances are not something to overly stress or concern oneself at this point, because that can strip away your power if you know what I mean, if you stress about it all the meanwhile. The Eight of Wands, I just split the deck to this. It's a day where the communication with oneself, with, they're saying the higher realm, with your higher self, with spirit guides, even without actually, doing that speaking, right? Through your intentions, your emotions, your actions, even communication from spirit to you, right? Different spirit guides or just ancestors, random spirits joining you for that period of time. It all takes quite a highlight, but I also feel like there's certain levels of clarity that gives you a sense of comfort, but just that confidence to keep getting your voice out there or just start to in one of not several different ways. All right. And I feel as if your knowledge or wisdom that you have at this point, and I feel like a lot, again, are gaining throughout this specific Saturday, will give you this sense of even more of a bold, powerful confidence, right? One where it speaks wonders to those who view your work, again, benefit from your presence or existence, okay? And those who just even communicate or associate themselves with you at this point moving forward. I don't even know what I just said, okay? And I feel like that's also a message for some drawn to the reading. But it's a day where even when you don't feel like it, you do what you have to do and it works out to your advantage. I feel like you're going to sense in a very powerful way when to get something accomplished or when to hold back at certain points throughout the day, when to associate oneself. You might even feel randomly a need to or push to and to intuitively just reach out to somebody at a distance or somebody you're connected to. It may be because you're picking up on the fact that they need a friend or just they would like to hear from you, or just it's going to differ from case to case, but this is going to remind you the power of the feelings that you pick up on, that you randomly get, right? It's a day that reminds you you're one powerful individual And you need to trust that this power is going to at times come and go, right? For example, throughout this day, but moving forward as well. But in general, due to all of the efforts put forth towards your life purpose, towards living a healthy lifestyle, trusting your intuition, all the meanwhile, you're going to move forward and become a more powerful individual on more than one level. And this day reminds you of just that. All right. So I hope this was truly helpful. Sending you so much love and light. Definitely go enjoy your Saturday, and I'll see you next time.